Hello, friends. It's the Cinemondo podcast with
Hello.
Kathy, Ramesh, and
Hello.
me. What do you think's coming up from Marvel? Any new Marvel stuff? You guys got any ideas?
There's not enough Marvel. They never do anything.
Yeah.
Like, we're really low on content when it comes to Marvel. So
They just don't have a lot of characters.
They don't have enough to work with.
I think if they had more characters, they would
limited assets.
Yeah, limited assets. Nah, we're talking about Wonderman.
That kind of came out of the blue for me. Like, I had no idea that was coming out. I'm like, what? That's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was telling Kathy the other day that I know about Wonder Woman, but
yes,
I heard about Wonderman.
There's a Wonder Man?
Yeah. Wonder Bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a bread,
Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, Wonder Woman is a DC character and Wonder Man is a Marvel character, and he goes back. He doesn't go as far back as Wonder Woman, but he goes back to like 1964 to Avengers #7 or something, like in one of those really early Jack Kirby Stanley comics. I think he started off as a villain and became and then of course had one of those convoluted Marvel storylines, character arcs.
One of those.
Yeah. He was blackmailed into working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and things like that. There's a lot of convoluted stuff, and I wonder if any of that's going to come in to this, which I believe is a mini series, right?
It's a series. Oops, sorry, Burke. I hit that. Yes, it's a series. This doesn't mean it's necessarily mini series. I mean, it's they may be trying to start a whole new IP here with this guy. So
yeah. Well, let's see. It looks like it's got good people involved in it.
Yeah.
Shall we watch?
Yeah,
let's check it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And hold the work.
You got this, man. You just got to go out there and crush it.
There it is.
Yep.
A big heavy sigh.
It is great.
I've seen him before. Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
This is intense.
Let's not give him any strange energy to pick up on. We both have a lot riding on this, Simon.
Why would you say that?
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
Amazing.
Sweat outfit.
A superhero remake. Not exactly what we'd expect from an Oscar-winning director.
This is the role. It's everything. If I get this close and I miss,
I'm gonna need you to sign this to confirm you don't have superpowers.
yeah. I need to be in this movie. I was born to play this character.
Acting is the sum of everything you've experienced. The joy, sadness, loss, heartbreak.
You broke the kitchen.
The Department of Damage Control considers Simon Williams an extraordinary threat.
What?
Are you gonna use super speed or what?
I'm gonna use my car, Trevor.
Does that mean you do or do not have super speed?
Let's go!
That was super entertaining, I have to say.
That's pretty fun.
It looks really fun.
I mean, Ben Kingsley, he was so great in the Iron Man movies as the Mandarin, who turns out to be, spoiler, turns out to be an actor. And he's just great in those. And
so good.
Looks like he's going to be he's the same guy in this, just this kind of bumbling Hollywood dude,
He's an actor.
that sort of fell into this whole terrorist role.
Or a terrorist. The actor or a terrorist. He's one of those.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
But it's nice the way they blended all the humor and the superhero vibes into the same trailer. It's It's nice.
Well, it appears that this guy, this actor, it actually does have superpowers, and apparently it takes place in the world of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there are people who have superpowers, and it's basically if you get a job on a film, I can imagine if that were the world we lived in, I can imagine there would probably be documents. It's like you have to sign here, to prove that you don't have any real superpowers.
Yeah.
Because that could be a liability,
Yeah. Now he has some cred. This is Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
Yeah.
He was actually the Black Manta in the Aquaman movies.
Yes.
So he's done the superhero stuff. He also was in Morpheus and also Agent Smith in the Matrix Resurrection. And he was also I think he was an Emmy nominee for Trial of Chicago 7. I believe that's what it was. But he's done a lot of cool, very prestige stuff. So
was it Morpheus or Morbius?
It says Morpheus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because Morbius was another Marvel film.
Morpheus. Jared Leto?
That's the one that's Morbius, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Morbius.
I worked on that one.
Oh, Morpheus is like the Matrix movie, I think. Oh,
Morpheus is the guy in the Matrix. It's the
yeah. Morpheus. Okay.
Yeah.
All of that stupid stuff.
I'm Morpheus.
I am Morpheus. But that looked really fun. And, you could tell by the music, this is more about acting comedy than it is superhero comedy.
Well, it's very LA.
Very Victorian, very comedy, very high end. But that made it really fun. It was not what I was expecting at all. Like, it was very strange position.
It's like total Knives Out music, but
totally, yes, Knives Out. Good point.
But very LA, very Hollywood. I mean, all the locations and the whole thing about going to auditions and that whole audition room and the people sitting at the table at the audition room. I think he used to be a terrorist.
And even like using your speed, but now I'm going to use my car because everyone now uses the car. There's no other way around. So
that's your super speed right there.
Exactly. That was a fun little thing.
But they're going to have to run 4 blocks to get because there's bad parking in that neighborhood. Probably.
And you actually probably can run 4 blocks faster than you will in your car because it'll be all that traffic. But that looked really fun. I really liked that. I will definitely be watching it. We have a poster that kind of tells you what they're talking about. Yeah, we got some
there's Hollywood.
Yeah,
the Hollywood sign.
The W. That's
nice.
Right.
But it looks kind of rotten and falling apart.
Yeah, it looks like it might be the older one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because they do a lot of Hollywood sign stuff, but this is kind of a cool way to do it because it is part of the title. I like how he's kind of on top. It's kind of nice. I like it.
Yeah. It's kind of not what the real Hollywood sign looks like, though. It's kind of like I think a lot of people think it's got depth like that, but it's actually very flat with the. So this is kind of a modified timeline version of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too much depth. It's still pretty thin.
And do you guys think that Marvel is taking a big risk with like character-driven approach? Because usually they are like action-packed movies and shows that they come up with.
I like how they try different things. That some of the I've always loved that thing about the Marvel films. Some of them are kind of, like the later Thor films are total comedies. And then the Captain America films are espionage, kind of like, espionage dramas and things like that. And then you have the Iron Man, which, Iron Man movies, which were what they were, action films. And each character seems to have their own world. I mean, their own style. I'll put it that way. Their own style of film. And this one looks like it belongs in the category of like, She-Hulk or something where there's a humor, more like humor forward.
They also have that whole branch of, Marvel Television that is producing, and I feel like it's a little lower risk than a film because a film, you have to do all the production, get it in theaters, and it's all about box office. If you're just going on the streaming service, which this is, it's just Disney, and Disney is basically taken over the world and bought everyone. So really like we're going to put it on Disney Plus. People are going to watch it or not watch it. We don't really care.
Right.
Yeah, I do think it's like I think it's smart to do a Marvel series that's very different in tone and plot. Like it's not just another superhero saving the world. Like no, it's kind of a cool little inside Hollywood, quirky characters, really funky and funny. There's something fun about that. And the writer behind Community and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he's really funny. So they can bring that kind of like reverent comedy to this. This could be a fun way to make Marvel less about superhero, more about just good character comedy. So I'm anxious to see this actually.
And also, it's just fun, when you have the everyman kind of guy that is like a struggling actor, but he also has superpowers, and it's kind of fun to see those kind of characters and that is inherently what makes Marvel. I think that's how Marvel started, basically. Regular people who got superpowers, as opposed to the DC ones, which were sort of like gods, alien gods. But Peter Parker was a high school kid, like a nerdy high school kid that the other kids made fun of him, and he had to take care of his Aunt May, and and he was also Spider-Man, but and Tony Stark was an alcoholic, and all these kind of things, and that's what's always been the power of Marvel. And this guy seems like kind of a regular person. I mean, he's an actor in Hollywood struggling to get a part in a film. So I know those people.
They are. I know the little one-liner. It just says Hollywood actor Simon Williams is thrust into the world of superheroes as he gets powers of his own and becomes the new superhero Wonderman. So it's almost like he wasn't always a superhero,
right?
And he's not hiding it. And that's why it makes sense that when he got mad and kind of slammed his hands on the table, he probably didn't even know what he was going to do. That's sort of like doesn't know his own strength is. So that alone, I love origin stories. That alone, like the idea that we have a guy who suddenly gets powers. That's my favorite part of superhero movies, is just the people adapting to what they have to learn with these new powers. I love that.
But as per most Marvel things, the guy also still has to take care of his family life, and he has to pay the bills, and he has to, get a job. There's all these life things that it's like, oh, I can't be a superhero now. I have too many things to do.
But like any good superhero, he's also very hot. So that worked. So we have another very handsome man as a superhero. Shocker.
Yeah, I guess that's always going to be.
But I do love the, Ben Kingsley is the kind of quirky sidekick. That's really good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
They look like a fun team, it
does.
Like the two of them bumbling through the streets of Hollywood together.
So good. So yeah, let us know what you guys think about this new foray into Marvel television and this whole new attitude toward it. I like it.
Yeah, it's leaning into that comedy zone.
It could be good. It could be good.
Yeah,
could be good.
I'm hopeful.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.